Hi everyone, this is Kamlesh Mishra of MSc First Sem. What I'd like to present to you today is excretory products. By the end of this talk, you will be familiar with excretory products. I'll begin by explaining what are excretory products and why it is important to get them eliminated from the body. After that, I'll move on what is excretion, different modes of excretion, nitrogen waste products, and based on that, different types of organisms. And finally, I'll talk about excretory products and their mode of excretion and excretory organ in animals. The human body is constantly at work. It is never at completely rest. For example, even when we are sleeping, our lungs are busy in inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a waste product generated by our body. Like carbon dioxide, there are other waste products such as ammonia, urea, uric acid, water and excess ions that are phosphate, sulfate, sodium, potassium, chloride ions. These are produced as a result of different metabolic waste like ingestion, digestion and respirations. These waste or excretory products, if retained in the body, may prove fatal and could lead to serious illness and eventually death. So they must be totally or partially removed from our body. Excretion is defined as the physiological process of an elimination of metabolic waste by an organism at exchange boundaries such as plasma membrane of unicellular organisms and or excretory tubules like flame cells, nephridia, Malpighian tubules, nephron, etc. of multicellular organisms. The excretory, or we can say that metabolic waste, includes amino acid, nitrogenous wastes, carbon dioxide, water, bile pigments and excess ions. Depending on the nature of the nitrogenous compounds being excreted, animals exhibit 5 modes of excretion. Among them, 3 are majors, that are Ammonitalism, Ureatalism and Uricotalism. In Ammonitalism, the major excretory product is ammonia and it is found in bony fishes. As you can see that in Ureatalism, the major excretory product is urea and it is found in mammals. In uricotalism, the major excretory product is uric acid and it is found in reptiles. The other 2 modes are amminotalism and guanotalism. In amminotalism, the major excretory product is amino acids and it is found in certain mollusks and echinoderms. In guanotalism, the major excretory product is guanine and it is found in spider and also in some reptiles, birds and earthworms. Now, as you all know, the major excretory products are ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water and excess ions. Among the different waste products, ammonia, urea and uric acids are known as nitrogenous waste. Nitrogenous waste products are the substances which contain nitrogen and are produced during the metabolism of protein and amino acids. Depending upon the form in which the nitrogenous waste is excreted from the body, the organisms are grouped into 3 categories. First one is aminotelic organism, second one is ureotelic organism and the third one is uricotelic organisms. Now we will discuss about the excretory products and their mode of excretion. First one is amino acids. These are the end products of protein digestion absorbed into the blood from the small intestine. Certain invertebrates like some mollusks, examples are Unio, limnae and some echinoderms, that is Asteris, excrete excess amino acid as such, and this phenomenon is known as amminotalism or ammonotelic excretion. Now the second one is ammonia. It is the first metabolic waste of protein metabolism and no energy is required, or we can say that less energy is required to produce ammonia. In most animals, excess amino acids are deaminated, that is degraded into their keto and ammonia groups. The keto groups are then used in the catabolism for producing ATP, whereas ammonia is excreted as such or in other forms. It is highly toxic and highly soluble in water, with which it forms ammonium hydroxide, which can damage cells directly by its alkaline caustic action. Its excretion as such therefore requires a large amount of water, that is approximately 300 to 500 ml water is required to expel 1 gram of ammonia. That's why such a mode is suitable for aquatic organisms which have a constant access to water. Most of the aquatic arthropods, bony and freshwater fishes, amphibian tadpoles, turtle, etc. excrete ammonia in the form of readily soluble ammonium ions through the gills or body surfaces by the process of diffusion. Those animals which excrete their nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia are known as ammonotelic organisms, and the phenomenon is known as ammonitalism. Examples are all aquatic invertebrates, bony fishes, and aquatic amphibians. As the excretion of ammonia requires lots of water, terrestrial organisms evolve a mechanism to convert ammonia into less toxic form, that is urea and uric acid, which help in conserve water. Mammals including human beings, marine fishes, and terrestrial amphibians excrete urea. So the third one is urea. It is formed in the liver and it is produced from an amino acid arginase in the presence of arginase enzyme by the ornithine cycle and releases it into the blood. The urea in the blood is then filtered by the kidneys and excreted. However, in some animals, small amount of urea is retained in the matrix of the kidney to maintain the required osmolarity. It needs high energy in the formation. It is less toxic and less soluble in water. Therefore, it can stay for some time in the body. Many land vertebrates, that is adult amphibians, mammals, and such aquatic animals which can't afford to lose much water. Examples are elasmobranch fishes, marine bony fishes, adult frog, earthworm, and nematodes convert their ammonia into urea for excretion. Normal blood urea level is 18 to 38 mg per 100 ml of blood. It is eliminated in the form of urine and 50 ml water is required to expel 1 gram of urea. Now, those animals that excrete their nitrogenous waste mainly in the form of urea is known as ureotelic organism, and the phenomenon is known as ureotelism. Examples are mammals including human beings, terrestrial amphibians, and marine fishes. Now, uric acid. It is least toxic, or we can say that non-toxic, and almost insoluble in water. Hence, these can be retained in the body for a considerable time before being discharged from the body. Animals living in dry or arid conditions such as land gastropods, most insects, land reptiles that are snake and lizards, birds, and kangaroo rat, that is mammal, etc. have to conserve water in their bodies. These therefore synthesize crystal of uric acid from their ammonia for the formation of uric acid. In this process, xanthine oxidase enzyme is necessary. It needs high energy in the formation. It is discharged in the solid form, that is pellet or paste, as you can see in the pictures. Elimination of uric acid requires lesser amount of water, that is 10 ml of water is required to expel 1 gram of uric acid. Those animals which excrete their nitrogenous waste mainly in the form of uric acids and urates are known as uricotelic organism, and the phenomenon is known as uricotelism. In mammals, uric acid is formed by the degradation of nucleic acid and it's excreted as a part of urine. Examples are all terrestrial animals like insects, reptiles, and birds. As animals excrete nitrogenous waste in the different forms, the structure of their excretory system also varies. The study of phylogeny of the excretory system reveals that primitive animals such as invertebrate posed simple organs like protonephridia or flame cells, which in the course of the time evolve into the complex organs such as kidney in vertebrates. Flame cells of protonephridia are the excretory structures in the animals like platyhelminthes, rotifers, cephalochordates, and certain annelids. Apart from performing the function of excretion, these cells help in osmoregulation. Another excretory structure is the nephridia, found in many annelids like earthworm. Nephridia are the tubular structures that help in removing nitrogenous waste and maintain osmoregulation. Now, the Malpighian tubules are the excretory structure found in arthropods such as insects. These tubules, along with the removing nitrogenous waste, perform the function of osmoregulations. The antennal gland is the excretory structure in the crustaceans such as crab and crayfish. This gland performs the function of excretion and osmoregulations. The kidney performs the main function in highly evolved mammals such as man. Uriniferous tubules or nephrons are the structural and functional unit of kidney. Along with the kidneys, the skin, liver, and lungs also help in the removal of certain waste from our body. Our skin has the sebaceous gland that secretes serum through which substances like hydrocarbon, sterol, and waxes are excreted. This secretion, however, provides a protective oily covering for the body. Like the sebaceous gland, the sweat gland in our skin also helps in the removal of excretory waste. These glands produce sweat, a watery fluid containing sodium chloride and a small amount of substances such as urea and lactic acid. Moreover, sweat also helps to cool the body surfaces. Another organ that plays an important role in the excretion is liver. It is the largest gland in our body. It breaks down drugs and reduces the toxicity by drug metabolism. It also detoxifies ammonia and converts it into urea, which is eliminated by the kidney. Moreover, it degrades hemoglobin, hormones, drugs, and vitamins and exits bile that has bile pigments that are bilirubin and biliverdin, which are then excreted through the feces. The lungs are also accessory organ that help in the removal of large amount of carbon dioxide. It is a byproduct of cellular respiration from our body. In addition, the lungs also helps in the removal of water. Beside the lungs, beside the kidneys, the skin, liver and lungs and saliva too helps in the removal of a small amount of nitrogenous waste from our body. Therefore, excretion is an important process which is vital for all living organisms. The excretory organelles may differ from animal to animal and have evolved from simple to complex structure based on the needs of the organism. The excretory system is a biological system that helps in the removal of metabolic waste from an organism. Thank you.